Well, hello, my beautiful Aries. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career or money reading for the end of January right through to the end of February 2024. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Aries, this is your career and money reading. I'm going to get your overarching energy first and then follow it with an in-depth look at what is coming your way. Also, I just want you to be aware that this reading is good for the end of January, but also for the whole of February, okay? So it's about 6 weeks that I'm looking into here for you. So some people are a little bit confused about the timeline of some of my readings, but I just thought I'd let you know, and let's see what is coming your way. So thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of? Okay, that's a strong card to start on, my beautiful Aries. You got the Tower, okay? This is your protagonist energy. Now, as you know, the Tower is a Scorpio Aries card, and that's all about restructure. So some of you may be decluttering, maybe something as simple as like your office space or your desk, or some of you are doing some restructuring in your career, prioritizing things that perhaps are more important than others. I definitely get a sense here of you changing something about your career sector in some way. Now, this could be as simple as your approach. Okay, some of you may be actually deciding to approach your career in a different way or find an alternative strategy to get towards your goal. But we will get to that energy in a moment and see how it's going to pan out and what's going on there for you. I mean, the Tower only really shows up when you've been feeling a little bit stuck. Okay, where you felt a little bit isolated, or you know, you may have felt that you are in some way alienated from your career sector, or that you work really hard on your own and that nobody's pulling their weight and you feel something needs to change. So I definitely see that you are changing things for the better. And some of you, I mean, you may even be breaking out of something that you've been involved in for quite some time to go solo. You may be launching a new business idea, an entrepreneurship, or some of you are like planning some sort of retreat or getaway in order to you know, really reflect on your path. I mean, I'm getting a small percentage of energy there for my beautiful Aries, thinking about a sabbatical. So you may be thinking about a short pause or time out from the career sector in order to recover. So if you've been a little bit unwell and you've been out of the working environment for a while, I feel like you're recouping your energy before your return. Make sure you take the rest that you need, because you don't want to be set back if you return too quickly there. And I'm sending you a huge hug out there for your recovery. With the star energy, I see there is recovery there as well. But also, some of you may be thinking about just taking a bit of a break to do life and sort of really get back on track. I mean, also some of you may have taken some time out to become a parent, so you may actually be returning to the career environment after maternity leave or paternity leave, and I feel like you're just getting back into the flow of things there as well. But let's get to your dominant energy for the majority there. The Tower is major restructure, major change, but it's also about breaking old habits, breaking free. So if you feel, for example, that you promise yourself in 2024 you're going to be more time efficient, I definitely see that you are shifting your schedule just to make sure that you are right on track. I feel you want to enjoy whatever it is that you do, but the Tower energy is like a restructure of making sure things work on your own terms, okay? Building back better and stronger than ever before. Now, some of you beautiful Aries, if you've come to this reading and you were made redundant, or you had some sort of shock in the career environment and you've been out of work for a bit of time and you've been waiting for a long time for an opportunity to come along, there's one just made for you and it's coming on in. I feel like you're being seen in the month of February and appreciated for your skill set. And I do see that there is going to be some news on a role that becomes available. And I feel your destiny is really apparent when you go for this interview. It's almost like it's your role straight away. You can see yourself actually working there when you go for that interview, okay? So I see things picking up there. Now, I do have to mention that, of course, 2024 is a restructure year. So it can indicate that you're going to see some really big brands or big companies that have been around for a long time doing a lot of downsizing or restructuring and merging in the job market, okay? So I just want you to be aware that things are going to be really positive, though, because it gives people an opportunity to find the role that is more in alignment with their true life's purpose and calling. I know many years ago when I was in a career that was actually very toxic and I wouldn't leave it. I was so stubborn because it paid really well and I was able to pay all my bills and look after my family, and I was just scared. I didn't want to leave, right? Because I thought, what if I don't get anything else? And the universe came along and sent me a big old tower. And I was like, what is this? And it's the best thing that ever had happened to me, because now, you know, I would still be stuck in that position. I would still be feeling like it's draining my energy. And, you know, people talk to me like I was a piece of nothing. Sometimes they threw stuff. They were really aggressive, profanities. I mean, how they managed to run a place like that, I don't know. And it's actually one of the top companies in the world. And I'm not going to mention it, of course, but, you know, nobody would know what's going on behind the scenes in those places. But I would have stayed if the universe hadn't sent me my tower moment. So sometimes people have to really realize that restructure is for your highest good, okay? So if you have been made redundant or you've had some sort of shock in the career environment over the last couple of years or in the last couple of months, I definitely see it's working in your favor. Always remember, after the tower comes the star, and you've got the star, which means revelation, it means hope returns, it also means the universe sort of takes over and sends you a dream opportunity that puts you in a position like never before, okay? Now, there may also be some sort of merge that is going on with a company or an industry that you work in right now, and you're just trying to find your way and your place in this environment now. But the tower is actually in your protagonist energy, which means you are the force to be reckoned with. You are the one who is creating a tower moment, maybe shocking people around you. Suddenly you may decide to leave a position, or you may decide to suddenly launch something, because the tower just literally means surprise, a surprise shift where you change everything. And I feel you're in control of the tower. If the tower was in any other position, I would say it is influencing you and it is restructuring your life, and you have to be flexible in these changes. But it's in your position, which tells me you are a pillar of strength. And actually you stand out from the crowd. You're doing things differently. You're coming up with like new sudden ideas. You're going to be inspired. But I feel also you're breaking out of a cycle of repeat, because the tower energy can almost be like a prison. If you feel like, you know, you're comfortable in a situation, you know, to be good at what you do, you have to be a master of your craft. You have to do it every day, you know, to be good at something. You know, you see those young children from a very young age, they're like maestros at the piano, but they've done it every day, and they've just like enjoyed what they do, and it's been on autopilot almost as they're soaking up the energy, and they're also insanely gifted. And so are you. You know, you're highly talented, and you may have got into a routine where you're just really great at what you do, but now it's become repetitive. So you may feel like you've hit a glass ceiling in some area of your career, and you want to expand and you want to thrive and enjoy whatever it is that you do, because it's going to be different for everyone. And this is like breaking out of the norm, okay? Breaking out of an energy of waiting. You're not waiting anymore. You've got the hangman in the resistance position, which means, you know, you're not waiting for life to offer you the opportunity. You're creating opportunities for yourself as well. So you're in that go-getting spirit. You're happening to life. You're not allowing life to just happen to you. So I feel like you're taking back control in some way in your career as well. Now, it says here, accept change. When opportunity knocks, open the door. And I definitely see that you're opening that door, okay? Because there's something new on the horizon for you that is going to put you in a position of power. Now, the Tower can also indicate that some of you, if you're in a career environment, whether you work on your own as an entrepreneur, you may feel really isolated. You may feel that, you're in a repetitive cycle and, you're getting your work done, but you feel something needs to change. Either you feel like you want to integrate or you want to reveal your work and collaborate with other people. I feel there's some sort of restructure there. If you're in an office and you just feel like you're on your own just doing the work, you may feel that you want to be more appreciated for your skill set and truly recognized for the effort. And this is not an egotistical thing. It's more about this sense of purpose. So I feel you're going to see a shift wherever you work. Even if you are an entrepreneur and you work for yourself, I see you being noticed for your skill set. I see you being elevated. I see success here. The star energy is aligning yourself with success, a wish being delivered here. But it's also about getting clarity, sudden epiphanies of where you want to take your career to the next level, launching new things, doing something bold and daring that you've never done before. But ultimately, you're not waiting. You're not waiting for permission, and I feel like you're in that go-getting spirit and you're headed to the top. Now, some of you may literally suddenly launch an entrepreneurship, okay, or a secondary branch of your entrepreneurship. And some of you may even decide to do something very creative that you haven't fully realized or explored before, and you may put it out there on Etsy or do something that you perhaps haven't done before but you've been thinking about. The Hangman in this position, it's like you got it in the reverse, okay? So it could be that some of you, you're definitely not waiting anymore on a project or an idea that perhaps you've been ruminating over for quite some time. Now is your chance to go out and get there. With the Hermit being in your outcome position, it can indicate some of you are thinking about going solo. Okay, being a consultant or setting up your own practice to do something that you are highly established at, because this could be your glass ceiling. You're fed up with having restrictions of following certain rules and regulations or not working on your own terms. So I definitely get a sense here of like breaking out or breaking free. And the Hangman is like, you're so ready. Also, there's some beautiful Aries out there who may have, had an opportunity not go in their favor. Okay, so if you've experienced what you feel is a missed opportunity, I want you to be aware it wasn't meant for you, because later on down the line, it's going to leave you very stagnant and very disappointed. There's a new opportunity on the horizon for you that is more in alignment with your true life's purpose and mission. And I feel that you're going to get that dream opportunity. Okay, it says here, improve your life. Always listen to your intuition. So I feel it is really important. If something feels a little bit off at work, for example, if you have really great ideas and suddenly people keep taking your ideas, or you feel you can't trust someone with your ideas, pay close attention to your hunches, okay? Because someone may shock you in the working environment and may try to either contain you in some way or keep you in a position or try to steal your thunder in a way as well there. Okay, so just watch out for that. Now, your outcome energy, we have the Hermit. What's really important in the Hermit card to recognize is that the Hermit has a lantern with a star in it. So it's again like this contained energy. And then of course you've got the star, which is like letting the star out of the lantern. So I really get this sense of, if you've been like, of course you are always your wonderful authentic self, but if you feel like you haven't been able to express yourself through your work, you may find a new position where you can do that, or now is the time to reveal or launch something that you've been working on, because I feel you're not going to be contained anymore. You're someone who is born to stand out, to be a leader, to move forward and be successful. So I feel now is your time to elevate and thrive, and I feel you're just not waiting. And the Hermit there is like a temporary timeout. So some of you, may have decided to either take a pause. I've already mentioned the energy of sabbatical, or maybe even just take some time out for you for a little bit, or even convalesce if you've been unwell. But also I get this energy of you really trying to go inwards for answers, really check in with yourself and feel like if you're on the right path. I definitely see that you are on the right path, okay? but you may need to tweak the plan. I hope that makes sense. And what I mean by that is the goal is still the same, but the approach may be slightly different. So sometimes the universe will send us an obstacle, okay? And we have to recognize that the obstacle, it may not have to be something that we have to climb. Sometimes we can go around the mountain or through the mountain. We don't have to go up the mountain. So it's almost like, can you find an easier way to do what you do, or an easier route to get to where you want to go? Because I feel like in the month of February, you're going to find it. It's almost like a portal that's been hidden, and suddenly you find like another level to your career in some way. Now it says here, rest and look within, take time to reflect and look within. So, I mean, the Tower energy with the Hangman and the Hermit can also indicate that some of you have been burning the candle at both ends, that you have incredible ideas and you are very fast-paced when you're really excited and enthusiastic about something that you're involved in. And it's like, don't be so tunnel visioned that you neglect your own needs, okay? Make sure that you get quality rest, because there is a time for pause and there is a time for action, and you're a fire element, so you always like to be on the go. You're very ambitious, very driven, very talented, very gifted, very fiery. And, you know, I feel like you're also someone who is fully invested in your career to take it to the top. And that's exactly what you're doing. The star energy is reaching the top. It is about being in the spotlight for your work in some way. It's also you working towards a brighter future, being recognized for your skill set, but also aligning yourself with a wish or a dream. And I feel some of you are getting like major clarity. Now, I am getting a small portion of energy. I have to mention it, okay? It's not going to resonate with everyone. I want you to be aware of that. And it's only if you've come to this reading and it's already happened, because that's the energy that I'm picking up on. If you had an accident at work, some of you may be really reflecting on the next sort of steps. Not only are you healing, but you're thinking about the next steps, about what to do about it. So, for example, if you had an accident at work and it was due to, your employee negligence or to health and safety reasons, some of you may decide to enlist the services of someone in a position of authority to help you. Okay, make sure that this person, the energy I'm getting is make sure that this person who you enlist the help of, or, it could be a lawyer or someone like that, but make sure that they've been in practice for quite some time, not someone who's just set up. Because someone, don't get me wrong, people who've just set up, they still know their stuff, okay? But I feel the person who's been in business a lot longer, it's like they can help you a lot better. They just help you get more money or compensation if this is like a truly devastating thing that has put you out of work for quite some time, okay? And that's only my beautiful Aries who've come to this reading, and that's already happened to them. So just watch out for that, because I do feel you will be fairly recompensed, and then some, okay? I'm going to move away with respect with that energy. The star energy, for some of you, if you are trying to be in the public eye in some way or noticed in terms of reputation for your work, I definitely see a sudden change in your status. Okay, it feels like suddenly you're thrust into the public eye, or, suddenly people in your industry are seeing your work, and they see that you are a real force to be reckoned with. Because the Tower is a very sort of like incredible force. It shakes things up. And I feel like you are in your career to shake things up a little bit. You're not here to just get on by. I feel like you're doing something major to change your circumstances and change the status quo at the same time. I hope that makes sense. It says here, trust your destiny, be true to yourself, and celebrate your uniqueness. And that's what sets you apart, okay? Some people, they're not capable of taking a journey that you are, because, you're so driven, and they don't have the tenacity, the endurance, or the talent or skill set that you have. But I definitely see that you are destined for the top in whatever industry that you work in. But some of you may have felt like you've hit a glass ceiling and you want to go elsewhere, or you may feel like quietly quitting a position because you're thinking about moving on. Now, I'm just going to go and get some other cards there to see what's going on there for you. Your first card there is the Four of Pentacles. So this is about really holding on to a position. It's really interesting because the Tower, you cannot hold on to the Tower, okay? Basically, it's almost like if you're holding things together and it's a very highly pressurized situation, eventually there's going to be a critical point where you reach like combustion. Okay, it's almost like eventually, if you've been running on empty, for example, and you've been working really hard, eventually it's going to catch up with you. Okay, it'll leave you burnt out, or it'll leave you uninspired. So it's like, keep an eye on your foundation. Now, what is really positive is I can see you are increasing your finances. You're going from a 4 to an 8 to a Queen of Pentacles. So multiplying your money. You're working really hard. Queen of Cups, yeah. Queen of Cups is in the resistance position. Some of you are neglecting your own needs. You need better working practices, higher boundaries, healthier working practices where you actually make sure you use that word no. You know, sometimes people can give you too much work and just expect you to do it because you're really good at doing it and you do it quicker than other people. And that means if you do something really well, a friend of mine once said, you know, if you do something really well all the time, people are going to come back to you because you do it really well, which is great. But if, for example, you do things really well and you don't want to do it, then, you know, they're still going to come back to you each time. So my friend always used to say, you know what, I just do like a half job. And I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, I just do a half job, because they look at it and go, oh my gosh, I should have just done it myself. Aha, there you go, just do it yourself. So I really get this energy of, you know, you sort of saying, okay, I'd love to help you. If people are trying to delegate extra work on top of you, I feel like you're really finding a diplomatic way to say, I'd love to help you. However, I've got this on my plate right now and I've got a deadline. So when I finish that, I absolutely will come back and help you. And chances are they need it a lot quicker than that. So they're actually going to go away and either find someone else to do it, or they're going to do it themselves. So I just feel that energy coming through there as well. Okay. Now we do have the Four of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles is taking ownership of your work. Okay. But it's also an indication of, are you holding on to any outdated practices that are just not working for you or are wasting your time? Whether these are archaic filing systems or computer programs that perhaps glitch or are really slow, or the internet's not doing so well. I feel like you're looking at things that impede your progress. Now, these could also be toxic environments. Some of you are like holding on to an environment that perhaps is not stable right now or is not enjoyable right now, and you're trying to hold it all together because you need the money. You're working really hard. And I totally understand that. You know, I've done 2 or 3 jobs together, and it's like trying to just do life and do all of the things. It's hard. You know, you feel pushed and pulled in many different directions. And I really feel like you are busy. You're a very goal-oriented person, and you're going to be super busy in the month of February. But is there something that perhaps you've always done that you feel you could like revamp it in some way so that it is more time efficient? Okay. I'm trying to think of something there. Like, for example, if you have some documentation to get out into the post, and if you're an entrepreneur, for example, and you have to take that to the post office yourself, is it something where you can work through the whole week and get all the documentation that you need to send in the post and go once to the post office on a Friday, for example, rather than go to the post office every day if you've got documents that you need to send off that are critical, that come in as and when? So it's almost like, how can you streamline your time and your energy? And I'm just giving you that as a really like naff example, but it's something that I could only think of just now. But the Four of Pentacles is really about building a solid foundation and looking at your efforts, okay? It's also an indication that if you're working super hard, which with the Eight of Pentacles, it tells me that you are really working super hard, that don't let life pass you by. It's so important to not neglect your own needs, okay? So implementing self-care routines, but also healthier boundaries. I've mentioned that. But the Four of Pentacles is also a card of hanging on to money. So a lot of you are looking at savings plans, repayment plans, budgets, and I feel your February is going to be prioritizing your goals, your dreams, but also money and increasing. So saving a little bit more. And I definitely see that you're going to multiply your finances. But some of you are shaking up the way that you work. I definitely get a sense here there's something like an idea or something that you've been thinking about, mulling over, that's really connected to something that you'd love to do. I feel like you may launch it in the month of February because you've got an Ace of Swords here, which is like a quick change. Quick changes, they require you to be flexible, but also make sure you get the time that is necessary to get good rest, because it is going to be a very fast-paced month. Eight of Pentacles, I mean, I'm not surprised to see an Eight of Pentacles and a Tower, because this can indicate that you're in a bit of a repetitive routine, a cycle of repeat, where you've committed yourself to your goals and dreams and you're dedicated, but sometimes it can feel like, well, where's the fun at? When am I going to get to enjoy my money? Paying the bills and doing life, and working really hard in order to look forward to that holiday abroad somewhere. I feel some of you are getting a bit frustrated with that work-life balance, and you're trying to shift it in some way. So this could be through second stream of income, or it could be that you're working really hard on a plan. I feel like you're just shaking up routine in order to increase your finances. And you're going to do really well at it. You're going to be very lucrative. There's a lot of indications here that more money is coming in, and that people are noticing that you are a master or a mistress of your craft, that you are so dedicated. Your attention to detail is second to none, but also that this is really about you enjoying what you do as well, okay? Because I feel you spend a lot of time doing it, so you may as well enjoy it. Be the soul of that place where you're there, because you can't be anywhere else. Sometimes I've been in roles where I just sat there day to day, working really hard, of course, and daydreaming of being somewhere else. And I was like, why am I doing that? I'm here. I need to be more present and try and find the enjoyment in what I do. And when I started to do that, the time went really quickly. Then suddenly I was at home enjoying time with my family or friends. So it's like a working practice. Sometimes when we're enjoying it, they always say time flies by when you're having fun. So it's, can you find ways to enjoy whatever it is that you do? Of course, in every working environment, there's going to be certain tasks that you love doing and you're really enthusiastic about it, and other tasks that it's like not so much. Can you revamp those tasks that you don't like so much? Can you approach them in a different way so that you can bring a little bit more enjoyment there, okay? But this is also indicating that you are a highly skilled person, and that you have reached a certain level in your career where you are really good at what you do, and you've established yourself, and you've got a good reputation as well. You may not realize it yourself, but people see what you do and they actually notice your skill set. And I feel you want to smash out of that glass ceiling and move on to something more lucrative, or level up to the next stage, promotion, raise energy. I mean, looking at the Queen of Pentacles there, this tells me that you are in a very powerful position. I always say the queens are the power behind the throne. So I feel there is an opportunity here for a promotion or a level up in some way. Could also be some sort of new income coming in, or a new idea that helps you launch something new, and it will bring in more finances there as well. So you got a Queen of Cups and a Queen of Pentacles. So you're definitely sort of moving on up into new status. But I do see that behind the scenes, my beautiful Aries, you have a very strong ally, okay? So even if you work for yourself, you're an entrepreneur, in the industry that you work in, there is a very strong ally, someone who actually really respects what you do. And they may even reach out with an opportunity to collaborate, or a note to let you know that actually they watch what you do and they really enjoy what you do, and it's like they congratulate you in some way. But if you work in a company, or you work at your own business, I just get either way this appreciation coming through. Even your nearest and dearest, they really appreciate how you work really hard and you take care of everybody as well there. So that's coming through too. The Ten of Swords, it's in the resistance position. Major new start. I mean, you've got Ten of Swords in a resistance position, and the Ace of Swords, which is new start. Okay, so it indicates a new opportunity to go after something that's been on your mind. So whether this is launching a business, a new idea, or whether this is putting yourself in a position to interview to get a new role, I definitely see, if you're looking for work, there is one coming in, and it is something that is going to multiply your bank balance. I see it increases your finances tenfold, okay? You're going to work hard for it, don't get me wrong. This is a role where you will work hard, but I feel the finances are really worth it as well. And also there is emotional fulfillment. Now, Ten of Swords, the Tower, and the Ace of Swords, this all tells me as well about someone who either had, a procedure or surgery or some sort of accident before you've come to this reading. I want you to be aware of that. Or it could be that you have a procedure booked for the month of February. I'm seeing healing. Your overarching energy is the Star, which is all about healing. The Ace of Swords is really about getting back to best. If you have some sort of surgery booked, or you may even hear about some sort of procedure booked for yourself if you're expecting it, my beautiful Aries. If you have to be one of those people who work in a company, you have to ask HR or your boss for time off. This person may be a little bit unreasonable at first, because I feel this person has booked time off during that time. Or they've allowed someone else to. So there may be just a little bit of a conversation that has to be had, like, it's my health, so there should be no question. But this person, they just may be a little bit grumbly about it as well. So I feel that coming through. So just watch out for that. I've just got this person in my mind right now going, I know exactly who you're talking about. They're going to really be cross. So, I feel it'll all be smoothed out. You find a solution and you get your way. You absolutely go and have your time off. That's what I'm seeing there. Now, the Ten of Swords with the Tower, it can also indicate that some of you have had a very difficult experience in your working environment, something that truly hurt, truly wounded you in some way. Now, this could be a person, because we do have a Queen of Cups there in the resistance position. This could be a person who's actually very insecure about the position that they're in. I feel like they may have thought that you're going to take over their role, or that you are a threat to their position, because they feel intimidated by your talent, your skill set, and your hard work. If you've been putting in extra hours at the office as well, this person feels, it's almost like they're a little bit paranoid as well. They feel that you are doing it to take their role, because they see some restructures going on in the company and they feel that their position is in jeopardy. And I feel it's because they haven't been doing the work, okay? So, they may be a little bit moody, let's put it that way. They have unrealistic expectations, so they may actually single you out in some way, but I feel like they will be called to task. They will be caught, okay? And I feel they will be reprimanded for that. But I feel this person will leave soon after. Whether it's they're pushed or whether it's, they're leaving of their own volition, I'm not sure, but I feel like they will leave, okay? So I'm just going to move on from that energy. The Queen of Cups, it will go into the upright. Now, this indicates some of you may be thinking about collaborating in business or setting up a business partnership with someone that you truly trust, someone that you really care about. Make sure you have a contract in place, okay? Because I feel talking about it is great and both of you are on the same page. But if you have a contract, it means it is legally binding and both of you are pulling your weight and you know your role within the company, okay? So I feel it will be very successful and very lucrative. Both of you will make a lot of money. I feel one of you, it's almost like both of you have got complemented skill sets. One of you does really well on the administrative side. One of you is perhaps very creative. I feel both of you are really creative and actually really good at both. But it's almost like both of you share the responsibility, but you have a major sort of talent in one area and it complements the other. So you're going to work really well together. But ultimately, if I'm just defining this as your energy, even though you're a fire element, my beautiful Aries, the Queen of Cups is really about healthy boundaries. It's also about security, loving what you do. And some of you may even think about setting up a second stream of income that connects to the healing practices. So it could be that you're thinking about going into healthcare. Some of you may be even deciding to teach about, your experiences to help other people. I mean, you could even teach yoga, Pilates, or Reiki, or even some of you may go into spiritual practices like scrying, meditation. But it could also be that you're going to become a counselor, or you're doing something to help people with mental health, or just help people in general. I just get this energy of you being a loving soul who wants to help other people. And I feel like if you're setting up a business in that area as well, it's going to be very, very lucrative there. But I feel like you're doing it from your heart. No matter what industry you're working in, my beautiful Aries, I feel like you're leading with your heart and making sure that, you're not taking advantage of and that you get the best out of a situation. And it's almost like you're looking for job security. But also I feel there's an energy here of you setting up either something freelance or something that you dip into occasionally that's like a side hustle. It feels very much like it'll increase your finances and it may actually become more than a side hustle. Let's put it that way. Now, your outcome energy, we have the Ace of Swords and we have the Queen of Pentacles. Now, the Ace of Swords is a moment of clarity, new ideas, but it's also a major breakthrough in your career. So this could be some major communication coming in. Aces connect to, verbal communication, also ideas and thoughts, and also action, the vision of your future, taking responsibility for your career, but also an achievement. Okay, so I feel there is some sort of message coming in, some sort of news about an achievement in your career sector. So this could be, especially since you've got a Queen of Pentacles there, all your hard work is paying off. This could be a promotion, a new role becoming available. There is more responsibility. There is more work. I definitely see you'll do more work. But I also see an increase in finances because the Queen of Pentacles is to multiply your money. There's normally 2 rabbits in a Queen of Pentacles, which is about multiplication. So I feel some of you are going to increase your finances tenfold. Could also be a bonus that's coming in, but I feel like someone communicates to you about new money that is coming in that is something you can save, okay? Some of you are going to think about your pensions, repayment plans, and you're going to be able to save a little bit also on the side there. Also, new ideas, very lucrative, okay? I feel like you're working really hard on them, you're really thorough, and I feel your dedication and commitment to your goals is actually going to pay off, okay? You're going to see those resources turn into gold, is what I see there. And I feel some of you may also find people who are willing to help you in your endeavors because you're a really likable person, and I feel integration is also important. But with the Hermit there, I get an energy here that a lot of you are thinking about doing something solo. Okay, so it could be that you are getting some advice from people. So maybe that's the integration or collaboration part I'm feeling. Maybe it's that you're looking at courses of learning or downloading something from the internet to learn how to structure something, because I really get like a restructure or a different way of working for you, and it's a major breakthrough. Ace of Swords tells me it's going to be a very fast-paced, busy month, and that's why you need to get quality rest, especially in the first week of February is what I'm seeing. End of January into February, but, second, third, end of February is going to be super fast, okay? And some really great things coming in. This is a card of karma, things happening with great velocity, but also quick results. So anything that you launch during this time, you're going to see quick results with excellent outcomes. And there's going to be a synchronicity to your work as well. Fate and destiny is putting you in a position to elevate. And that Queen of Pentacles indicates that you're going to be in a really solid position, a powerful position to command more, but also to elevate. So I definitely see you're sticking to your plans and increasing your finances. So this is a very positive time. As I said already, if you're out of work currently, I definitely see a new role coming in. You're going to hear some information about a new role. Now, this could be through an agency or a third party in some way. It could be a friend, because I'm feeling third party energy, but it's the news that you long to hear, and it brings in more money, okay? So thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know about their career sector? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of regarding their career? What are they meant to be aware of at this time? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Oh, wow. That one almost wanted to get away there. Oh, they want to go one more, so I will. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? Okay, so we have protection, which is really great because you got the Tower there. Okay, it's really interesting because you got the Tower and then rebuilding. So, protection and redirection. I always say this, rejection is protection and redirection. So if you feel like there was a missed opportunity, it really wasn't. The universe can see ahead. It knows what is to come. So it's putting you in the best position to get the best opportunity. So if you thought something was great for you and it's passed you by, it means there's something even better for you about to take its place. So it says, protection. Protect your energy and guard yourself against the people and things that drain you. Security, guard, and vulnerable. Now, I already mentioned about somebody who almost has like a paranoia about them, where they feel like you threatened their position in some way. This person is really negative, so just watch out for that. Protect your energy against that person. black tourmaline or black obsidian, really great for that, okay? But also, you know, always having that protective shield around you, knowing that this person cannot meddle with your energy at all or push your buttons or try to micromanage you. And I feel it will change. And I see that person leaving anyway. We have rebuilding. Okay, so it's almost like, and I've mentioned this a couple of times in some of the readings because it keeps coming up. It's like you're starting from scratch, but not really. You're starting from experience, okay? So it could be that you're entering a new sector, you're rebuilding not just your finances, but also a position for yourself. You're elevating, the stairs go up. It's like doors are opening for you, portals are changing. It says reevaluate your life and adjust to thrive in your new circumstances. Focus on what you can control. Reinvent, revise, fixing. So as I mentioned earlier, this is like a revamp or restructure of your career in some way, just to make the path clearer for you to get to your destination quicker. Now also we have, the next one that came out was pause and reflect. And it says here, be mindful of your self-talk and solve your problems with the fullest mental clarity, stagnation, release, and stillness. I mean, I got to be honest, I did miss that energy with the Hangman and the Ace of Swords there for you, because that really is so important, okay? To be mindful of any negative self-talk, self-doubt. It can, you know, really destroy dreams quicker than anybody else's negativity. So it's really important to believe in yourself, and then you shall receive what you have in your mind. Thoughts become things. It's so important to recognize that. So also we have creative forces. You know, so something creative that you could be doing on the side, or side hustle, or you're stepping into your life's purpose path and a role is becoming available for you to do something that comes from your soul, and it will be very lucrative as well. So it's almost like you're getting the best of both worlds. You're expressing yourself, but at the same time, you are being able to attract more money to get a life of luxury or comfort that you aspire to. And it says your creativity is endless. The creative power you hold within is far greater than you realize. Artist, inspiration, innovation, or innovative, okay? So I feel that is you all over. No matter what industry you work in, you are a maverick. You're someone who is there to shake things up a little bit and do things differently. And people admire that level of boldness, that ambition, that drive. And sometimes they're intimidated by it. And let them, because it's not their journey, it's your journey. And you choose to thrive and elevate. Now we also have breakthrough. Okay, so hatching plans, as you can see that egg there, you're going to have a major breakthrough. That's exactly what an Ace of Swords means. But it says a significant breakthrough is near. Whatever you're going through, it's preparing you for this big break. And that's why sometimes difficulty comes before success, you know. So I feel, you know, yes, there has been a bit of a hard path for you, but I feel like you're about to have this breakthrough moment where you make progress. And it says discovery, progress, and big boost. Okay, so something exciting is being made available for you. And finally, we have magnetism. So it says a magnetic force surrounds you. You're being given the power to manifest your dreams into reality, drawing, persuasive, and power. So changing your circumstances around to benefit you in a healthy, passionate, exciting way. I mean, what more could you ask for, okay? I definitely see that Queen of Pentacles is an asset card for you, because it means you're increasing your acquisitions, your fortune, and your position. And I feel like you're elevating. You've been working hard for this. You started with an Eight of Pentacles, which means you work hard. And Queen of Pentacles, you will reap the rewards, okay? So I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a rune before we close. Thank you so much for it, guides and angels. Can you please guide? Oh, we got 2 runes for you. Okay, so the first one we got here is Elk, friendship, okay? But it's also about optimism. It's about fortune. Okay, it's about following your soul path and connecting to your inner desires. But ultimately, it does indicate friends in high places. I do see that there is someone who either may give you a piece of information or let you know of an opportunity. And I see that they're an ally. You know, I feel like they really want the best for you because they see how gifted you are. That's coming through there as well. And I mean, look, you got the dice rune, which is all about destiny. So this is about, you know, taking the initiative to follow your path, being on the right path. But it's also about secrets, you know, suddenly finding out information about your career path that perhaps other people don't know. It could be revealed there. but also it's like taking a risk. It's a dice rune. So it's like taking a leap of faith or launching something, doing your due diligence, making sure you have all the information beforehand. But I definitely get a sense here that it's like unexpected results when you get this rune as well. So with your tower there, it's like suddenly you're in the limelight, or suddenly you're thrust into the spotlight for a job well done. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you, my beautiful Aries. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Aries, and love and light.